where Police Minister Bheki Cele and National Commissioner Fannie Masemola have arrived at the home of Namhla Mtwa's home in Mthatha. It follows an anti-gender-based violence protest in the area calling for justice for Mtwa and other victims of GBV. The protesters expressed their dissatisfaction with the Mthatha police's response to GBV cases. We now take you live to our reporter Sipha Kema, who is following the story for us and joins us now. Sipha, very good afternoon to you. This is a matter that has really left a lot of people asking a lot of questions about the state of GBV and how seriously police take it. What's expected to happen there today?
Well, certainly, I mean, we know that the minister just came from a closed session with police officials from the Eastern Cape, as well as police officials from the region of Mthatha. As you can see, here's the National Commissioner also coming out, ministers coming out there. Further down, as you can see, let's try just to make our way. So where we are currently, we're in Stwadwa, which is the home of Namhla Mtwa. So we're just going to wait for, there he comes up now. We can see the minister coming in to visit the family, of course. Minister, don't you think it's decent to see the family first? And we can speak to you after, Minister. Thank you so much. We will get to the minister then after he's met with the family and hear, of course, what he's had to say, but most in particular, what the discussion was, of course, inside that closed session, as you mentioned, Mpo, that there were, certain allegations that were leveled against the policing as well as the services rendered by these police officers in Mthatha Police Station, Central Police Station, and Madeira Police Station. So we're going to hear about that. Of course, he is expected to brief the media as well on the way forward, especially about Namhla Mtwa's case.
Now, let's go back a little bit, Sipha, perhaps bring the viewer into Namhla Mtwa's case from the moment she was gunned down in her driveway and the developments that spiraled out on social media with her sister crying for help.
Yes, of course. Now, I'm just going to show you where exactly now. This is where we are currently is actually the driveway where Namhla was gunned down. Where you're seeing, of course, this is where her car was parked after coming up the driveway. If you look to my right, that's the front door. Now, you can just imagine hearing those shots ringing while you're inside. Of course, you're going to come out urgently to try and see what exactly is happening outside. And that's what happened when her mother came out, of course, only to see Namhla being gunned down inside a car. She saw everything. It happened right in front of her eyes as she came out of that front door. I'm just going to give you a clear shot so you can see that she had a clear view of that shooting where she was shot 9 times, coming out, of course, from the front door, seeing what was happening in the driveway, right by the garage here, where the police are standing right now. So this is the driveway where the incident took place, and she was shot 9 times, Mpo. So you can just imagine, that traumatic experience for her mother.
We've also heard family members speaking about some of the reasons they believe Namhla may have been killed, and the allegations have gone as the family members believing that this incident was a hit.
Well, of course, I mean, I just also want to give you just a clear image and picture. Now, you can imagine, Mpo, just to give context to what you're saying, the car was parked here, it was still on, and it's said to have rolled down after the gunman was down. The gunman then made his way down the driveway onto the area of the neighborhood, of course. But of course, Mpo, one of the things that came up was that he seemed unfazed by his act as he was making his way down this street. Of course, not running, not rushing, walking slowly. And just to show you where his car was actually parked for him to get to his car, it was quite a distance, Mpo, where you're seeing over, I'm sure you're seeing a white van just over the house, this white house. That's close to where the car was parked, the gunman's car was parked. Of course, he was seen by some of the neighbors making his way down this driveway, down the street, and on and inside that car, reversed, and of course, then he drove off. And I mean, Mpo, the way they described it was quite chilling, because he didn't even, speed off. And also, when he was ringing those final shots, her mother was asking, saying, "Yini umntana?" I'm saying, "Oh, why, my child? Why in front of me? Why are you finishing her in front of me?" Begging for Namhla's life. And of course, we were told that he went around to the passenger seat and continued to shoot Namhla.
With the shocking revelations, and as you detail this story to the viewers and show us exactly in terms of distance what transpired, let's talk a little bit about the family. Perhaps Siyabonga, who is Namhla's brother, who addressed several people outside the Mthatha police station, which clearly points to a lot of frustration when it comes to how police are handling GBV matters and the developments in this case.
Well, certainly, Mpo. I mean, that's one of the main reasons why the march took place, and also why the minister and the national commissioner, as well as some of the top cops, are actually here today in Mthatha, not just at Namhla Mtwa's home, but also visiting these police stations whose these allegations have been leveled against, to find out and investigate what exactly is happening. Because after Namhla Mtwa's sister made that revelation on Twitter, alleging that the police were bribed, and some of them were actually Major Mfesana Bhekuzulu's friends, which is why they could not, or didn't rather, protect Namhla. So other gender-based violence victims came out saying, "We have case numbers that have been waiting here at this police station for years," and some of them saying that, "My sister has been shot, but we're still waiting for the perpetrator to be arrested." And one also actually showed us that the case had been closed, saying that it was insufficient evidence, as well as one of the gender-based violence victims' mother, Asanda, who says that since her daughter was gunned down on the 27th of April, she has been consistently going to Central Police Station in Mthatha to try and find answers, except that she's been sent from one officer to the next, and then she was told that she does not have sufficient evidence against to make the allegations against her daughter's husband.